skills. That's on week 5. We'll be learning about future tenses and how can we convey our future goals and plans and possibilities in life. This will be helpful for your academic and professional background. And in week 6, we'll be discussing about opinions, formations, debate ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ perform ಮಾಡೋದು, group discussions ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ practice ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ practice ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Week 7 ಅಲ್ಲಿ present perfect tense, experience, events, politeness, ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Week 8 ಅಲ್ಲಿ mastery of English communication. So this will be where we will be summarizing the entire 2-month course, and by the end of this course you will be able to give a good public speaking ability, and you'll be able to speak confidently in front of your group or in your school. You will be able to talk properly. So I have a few class instructions. Please ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಮೈಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು. ಎವ್ರಿ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕು. ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಓನ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲೂ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೇಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್. ಮತ್ತು ಭಯ ಪಡ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ, ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದು ಸರಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ತಪ್ಪಾದರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರಿ. ಇದನ್ನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ನೀವು ಓನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಓದೋದು, ಹೊಸ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದು, ಹೊಸ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವೊಕ್ಯಾಬ್ಯುಲರಿ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತು ಎಂಗೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ಸ್. ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋ ಥರ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಿಯಲ್ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಏನಾದರೂ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್? ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ ಏನಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೋದಾ?
ಸೊ ಡೆಮೋ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ 6 to 7 ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಬಟ್ ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Because it will be entirely depends on the participants.
ಬಟ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾ ಆ ತರ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ
Evening, yes.
It will be ranging anywhere between 5 to 9 max. ಆ ರೇಂಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವೀಕ್ಲಿ 5 days ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವೀಕ್ಲಿ 4 days ನಾವು ಹೊಸ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ನಡೆಯುತ್ತೆ. ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಸೊ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಂತ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಓಕೆ. ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ 4 types. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಮನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್. ಕಾಮನ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹಾಯ್, ಹಲೋ, ಹೇ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಬಂದು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ನೀವು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಸರ್ಕಲಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ವಾಟ್ಸಪ್, ಹೌಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್, ಹೇ, ಹೌ ಆರ್ ಯು. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಆಗಿರೋರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಪೊಲೈಟ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗಲ್ಲಿ, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್, ಕಾಲೇಜ್, ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಜನರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಈವನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರ್ಗೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಯಾ. ಸೊ ಪೊಲೈಟ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಗುಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ನೂನ್, ಗುಡ್ ಈವ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಈ ಥರ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಬಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಗ್ರೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಇದು ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷ್ನಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ದಲೇ ಇರೋ ಜನ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರ ಜೊತೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಡೂ, ನೈಸ್ ಟು ಮೀಟ್ ಯು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿರಿ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, so introducing yourself. First step, how do you start a conversation? You can start a conversation by telling your name. ಇವಾಗ ಯಾರೋ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ವಾಟ್ಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್, you can start by telling your name. That will be more polite way to begin a conversation. Okay, so you start with your name. Hi, my name is Varnika. ಸೊ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋ ಬದಲು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಣಿಕಾ ಆ ಥರ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಅಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಟೆಡ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಹೈ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಣಿಕಾ, ಆ ಥರ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಯೋರ್ ನೇಮ್. ದೆನ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು elongate your introduction a little bit. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಿಲ್ ನೋ ಯು ಲಿಟಲ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ರೆಲೆವೆಂಟ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್. ಏನು ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಇಷ್ಟ, ಹಾಬೀಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, ನನಗೆ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಆ ಥರ. ಹಲೋ, ಮೈ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವರ್ಣಿಕಾ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೋಕನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಟ್ಯೂಟರ್ and I enjoy playing keyboard. ಆ ಥರ. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಯು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್. ಶೋ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ವಾಟ್ ಡು ಯು ಡೂ, ವಾಟ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯು, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಈ ಥರ ಫ್ರೇಸಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮುಂದೆ ಇರೋರು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಹೌ ಯು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಟು ಸಂಬಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು, ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. Hello everyone, my name is Varnika. I am a spoken English tutor. My professional journey has taken me through great experience with young learning minds, where I developed a strong interest in teaching. I am excited to engage in a meaningful discussion and collaborate with you. My goal is to create confident English communicators, and I'm eager to learn from and contribute to diverse perspectives here. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸೈಸ್. ನಾವು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ 2 ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೇನು, ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಗೇನು ಇಷ್ಟ, ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಎಂಗೇಜಿಂಗ್ ಯೋರ್ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಮುಂದೆ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದು, ನೀವು ಹೌ ಡು ಯು ಡೂ, ಹೌ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯು, ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಯೋರ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್, ಮೇ ಐ ನೋ ಯೋರ್ ನೇಮ್, ವಿತ್ ಫ್ರೇಸಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ. ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಎಂತೂಸಿಯಾಸಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ರೆಸ್ಪಾಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ವೆರಿ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ, ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಐ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ವೈಲ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಒನ್ is openness to connect. You need to always leave a option for the front person to respond to you. Like I gave examples with few questions. So you express enthusiasm and allow them to connect with you. Be open. Okay. So practice activity. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ? ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು, ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಹಾಬೀಸ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತ 3 ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ.
Like, ma'am, We will take their names and we'll ask them to introduce.
Wait. Let us give them option if they want to. Anybody want to volunteer? Otherwise, I can ask somebody to speak. Any volunteers?
Yes, Rohit.
Hi, I'm
Yes.
Yogita. I'm working as a teacher. My hobby is listening music.
That's fantastic, Yogita. Where are you from?
Tiptur, ma'am.
Tiptur, okay. It's nice to meet you.
Hello, ma'am.
Thank you.
I think Mr. Rohit was unmuting. Do you want to talk, Mr. Rohit?
Yes, ma'am. This is not Rohit. This
Oh,
is
Okay.
my son's name, ma'am.
Okay.
okay. Please introduce yourself.
Okay. This is Bhagyalakshmi from Belagavi. I'm working as a teacher in government high school, and my hobbies are listening old songs as well as making rangoli. And I always love to play playing. I want to play with the colors, ma'am.
You sound like a very creative person.
Thank you so much, ma'am. But still, I want to improve my spoken English, ma'am.
Yeah,
I would
we,
like to
we
communicate each others in fluence. I improve my fluency.
yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
we will be able to do it in this next two
Yeah,
months. Yeah,
with pleasure, ma'am.
yeah. So, anyone else want to
Hi,
volunteer?
hi. I'm
Yes,
Adarsh.
Adarsh.
I'm an agriculturist, and my hobbies are like myself engaged in the social works
Mm-hmm.
and other things. Okay, I'm also a educationist, and I want to improve my fluency in English in the better way. Thank you.
It's fantastic, Adarsh. Okay. How about Mr. Vardhan? Would you want to unmute and introduce yourself? Anybody else? So it's I really appreciate the people who unmuted to participate, and I really encourage the rest of you to please unmute and participate because this is spoken English class. So as much as you speak the equivalent, you're gonna improve. Otherwise, it's going to be difficult. So this since this 3 demo class, it's 3-day demo class, I won't be able to call each person's name, but once we enroll, each and every one of you will have to speak in every single class. So
Ma'am, ma'am, single doubt I have.
yes,
Can I?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In between, if we miss a class, whether we get a recorded class or anything else, source or something.
Yes, we are trying to fiddle around with that. We're trying to record the sessions and provide you with, but ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇ ಬಿ 2-3 ಸೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಎನ್ಕರೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಲೈವ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಯು ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಮಿಸ್ ಅ ವೀಕ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ 5 days
No,
ಅಲ್ವಾ.
single classes in between. If it is missed by mistake or if you are traveling by miss, if you
ಒನ್
miss
ಆರ್ ಟೂ
once,
ಮಿಸ್ ಆದರೆ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಯು ವಿತ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಆದಷ್ಟು ಲೈವ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
done, done, done.
ಹಾಂ,
Excuse me, ma'am.
ಹೇಳಿ.
Ma'am, is it for kids or it's for adults?
It is for anybody who is interested in improving their spoken English. So
Okay.
we are still we want to see how many people will enroll, and when you give us your details, we'll try to, if there are more members joining, then we can make separate class for working professionals and for students.
Okay. I thought it is for students. For my son, I joined, But
Okay.
here most of them are working professionals who
Mm-mm.
are speaking, right? So that's why I asked, ma'am.
It's okay. Even if they're school going children, they can join the class. We The classes are all very basic. We'll start from grammar. We'll start speaking slowly, like introducing yourself, and then we will move on to expressing our ideas, to public speaking. So it will be a gradual progress throughout 2 month course. So even if you are struggling with very basic, and if they're kids and they don't know to talk, still don't know to talk in English, we can still tutor them. It's okay.
Okay, if like 15 members, like a student, like kids, 15 adults, means you can make them a group, separate groups, or how,
Yeah,
ma'am?
yeah. Based on enrollment, we will inform you how are the batches and everything.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so let's move ahead. So ಇವಾಗ introduction ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. Next comes the open-ended questions. So what are open-ended questions? They help you to foster engaging discussions. Definition ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ. We always are going to learn from examples. Okay, so let's start with examples. What do you enjoy doing in your free time? It's a question. So ಮುಂದೆ ಇರೋರ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. They might have not told us what their hobbies are or what their interest is. It could be. But if we end our sentence by asking them a question, it will encourage the speaker or whoever you're having a conversation with to respond to you in a positive way. Okay, these are called open ended questions. They are very simple and you can use them in general way. Okay, let's see more. Tell me about a memorable travel experience you had. How do you handle stress or relax after a long day? So ಈ ಥರ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it will encourage the flow of a conversation. You'll be able to speak, you will be able to continue the conversation smoothly. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರೋದು. Okay, what's the best book you've read lately? Why did you enjoy it? If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? So, what does open-ended question do? They spark imaginative thinking and playful conversation. Okay. So asking follow-up questions with, so ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು part of introduction. When you're meeting somebody new, when you're trying to introduce yourself and you're trying to learn about another person, ಆ ಥರ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇರೋದು. That's why these are important. Asking follow-up questions. Example response ನೋಡೋಣ. Speaker: I've been volunteering at local animal shelter. So somebody, if a speaker says like this, ಹೇಗೆ respond ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? That's wonderful way to give back. What type of animals do you work with? ಸೊ ಇದು ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಂಥೂಸಿಯಾಸಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎನೇಬಲ್ ಅ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್. Another type of question is, have you had any particularly heartwarming moments during your time there? So this will be like you're encouraging them to share their own experience. So how is this like helping you in conversation? We'll see even more examples. ಆಯ್ತಾ? I'm struggling with time management for my coursework ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು. ಅವಾಗ if somebody responds saying, I totally understand. During my undergraduate years, I had a similar struggle. One thing that really helped me was to create a detailed study schedule. So, this type of response is called personal anecdote. ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ದ ಸ್ಪೀಕರ್ ಇಸ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏನು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಓಪನ್ ಎಂಡೆಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಸಾ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಸಾ ಫಾಲೋ ಅಪ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್. Okay, this is the fourth type. What we are seeing is sharing personal anecdotes, that is sharing your personal experience. Okay, this is another type of flowing the conversation. So ishtella, in this variety, the main part what plays role is active listening. Active listening, why is it important? So if you don't listen to what your speaker is saying, you cannot ask a follow up question based on their experience or based on whatever they've answered, alva. So ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ, ಓ ಇವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, and these people will also lose interest in having a conversation with you. So listening is as important as speaking. You have to do this hand in hand. Okay, let's see this example. I've been working on a research project about climate change and impacts anta helidru. The speaker said this. So how will you forward the conversation? So active listener says, I appreciate your work in climate change. What specific aspects of climate change are you focusing on in your research? So if active listener was not listening to the speaker, he could not ask the follow-up question. Now you see why active listening is important. So as you introducing, you have a conversation, ending a conversation is also equally important. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬಾಯ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎನ್ನಫ್. ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಏನೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಮಕ್ಳಿಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಓದಲಿ, ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗಲಿ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋರಿಗೆ, ಪಟ್ ಅಂತ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಎಂಡ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಪೊಲೈಟ್ಲಿ, saying signal closure to whoever you're talking with. How do we do that? Start by expressing gratitude for the conversation. Use a transitional phrase. Henge, it's been great talking to you. I have really enjoyed our chat. If you say this, he will know, okay, our conversation is coming to an end. Anta. Another thing what you can do is summarizing key points. If you're listening to a tutor or you're in a class or you're in a professional setting, this will be very helpful. Summarizing key points. What you do, you recap the main points, whatever you heard in the meeting or in a conversation. So it will be ನಿಮಗೂ ರೀಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ದಂಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, and the person will also know that you have attentively listened to the whole meeting. It will be like you have been engaged and you are attentive. So summarizing key points is a way to go. Then you can express interest in future interactions. If you do this, when you meet next time, it will be a smooth flow of conversation. So how you can do this? I'd love to hear about this more. Let's catch up again soon. So these are the phrases that you can use to express interest and keep an open window for your future interactions. So let's see example how a polite conversation closure takes place. Okay. So a person A says, it's been really wonderful talking with you today. I appreciate the insights you shared about travel destinations. So we know that the person B was talking about shared travel destination, or hogiro travel destination ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. So the person A has heard it and is appreciating his insights. Person B says, thank you. I've enjoyed our conversation too. It's always nice to exchange ideas and experiences. Person A says, absolutely. Just to recap, we discussed some amazing travel trips for Europe and Asia, as well as your favorite local cuisine. So now we are seeing an example of summarizing the conversation. Okay. Now, person B says, that's right. It's been a delightful exchange. I look forward to talking again soon and then hearing about your upcoming adventures. Person A, likewise, I'd love to hear about your future travels as well. Take care and stay safe on your journeys. Person B, thank you. You too. Have a fantastic day and stay in touch. So now they're leaving an open window for future conversations. So ಇವಾಗ ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಹೇಗೆ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇಂದ ಹೇಗೆ ಎಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತನಕ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಸಮ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋಸ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆರ್ ಅ ಮೆಂಟರ್. You've just joined a new class or a workshop. You introduce yourself to the professor or mentor. Then you have to combine respect, enthusiasm in your greeting, mentioning your academic pursuits or goals, like we saw few examples of our participants. Now, just like how you did this, you have to take other scenarios. If anybody wants to try and answer this scenario, nodana. Social gathering with friends. ಇವಾಗ ಕ್ಯಾಶುಯಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ವಿತ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ನೀವು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಯು ಅಪ್ರೋಚ್ ಸಮ್ ಒನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವೆಂಟ್ ಮೆಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಂಜರ್ ಟು ಯು. How do you use informal greetings and introduce yourself, and that you share your interest, and then you have to tell them, let's meet again and talk about this more, Anta. So let's see. I will pick two people. You can introduce yourself to each other and leave a open ending for your further collaboration. Okay. How about is there any volunteer who want to participate, or should I call somebody's name? I want two people who's going to introduce themselves to each other and share your personal interest and leave a open conversation ending for your future collaboration. Are there any two volunteers?
ಸಿ ಲೈಕ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇವಾಗ ಮೂರು ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡೂ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫೈನ್. ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಟ್ರಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ to your friend, like Shweta is talking to Vijayalakshmi or somebody, like Vijayalakshmi will introduce herself to Shweta. At least few questions exchanging between them, at least start conversation. ಅಷ್ಟಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಸಾಕು. Like 3 faces, if you don't do also, it's fine.
Just like how you introduced to me, you can do that with each other. It's just you get to know each other ashte. A new person you're meeting. Let's see. Yogita, do you want to unmute? You have to unmute and speak. Even if it is 2 sentences, you just say your name and your interest to your friend who is in spoken English class too. Let's see. Vijay Lakshmi has unmuted. Unmute ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾಕೆ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಮತ್ತೆ?
ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 1 to 2 ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಲೈಕ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಲೈಕ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ 1 or 2 sentences. If you like first day, if you speak 2 sentences, at the end of 2 months you will be able to at least communicate, like someone is raising hand. Shakuntala, yes ma'am. Like
Ma'am.
Hmm.
Yes, your hand's raised. You can talk, Shakuntala.
Hello, Vanika ma'am. Shakuntala here.
Hi, Shakuntala.
Hello. Uh, I got to know this through one of my friends from Navodaya. Thanks a
Okay,
lot for that.
great.
I'm basically from Chikmagalur. I born and
Mm-hmm.
brought up in Chikmagalur. I
Okay.
did my schoolings in Navodaya
Mm-hmm.
in Baleudme.
Okay.
Now I settled in Bangalore after marriage.
Uh-huh.
I have one small kid
Mm-hmm.
of 5 years old. Her name is Ayusha.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm a homemaker. Just I wanted to improve my spoken English. Like I can read English, I can understand, but when it comes to speaking, I'm like I'm not to the mark. So I wanted to improve my spoken English. So I thought it this community will help me out in this.
Absolutely sure, Shakuntala. I really appreciate you unmuting yourself and giving a very brief introduction. You have done a very good job. And
Thank you, ma'am.
yeah, yes, one more hand is up. You can unmute and speak.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yes.
Yes. Earlier, as I said,
Mm-hmm.
I am Bhagyalakshmi and I am from Belagavi,
Mm-hmm.
and I have two kids. Elder son is doing his job, and he is leading manager in multinational company,
Mm-hmm.
and younger one is studying in MCA
Mm-hmm.
and in first sem.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I would like to improve my communication. As earlier, our co-host said that
Mm-hmm.
we know about all about the English. We know the grammar rules. We know we are able to read and listen. But when we came to the wanted to communicate any one person, we are not able to communicate in a proper way.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
so I would like to improve my communication skills.
mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
So it was a good introduction again, Bhagyalakshmi. And what I was thinking was, I just explained a few points in our in the lesson what I just thought. So if Shakuntala and you have just heard about each other's introduction, and now what would you like? Would you like to add a open-ended question to Shakuntala and ask her something, or use some points that we just heard in the class, like maybe ask a question or say it's nice to meet you, or how would you talk to your classmate Shakuntala over here?
I will try, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes.
please try.
Hello, Shakuntala.
Hello, ma'am. Sorry, I couldn't get your name.
Bhagyalakshmi.
Bhagyalakshmi. Hello, Bhagyalakshmi, ma'am.
Yes, how are you, ma'am?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you, ma'am?
Yeah, it is great. And
It was such a great inspiration to listen from you that at this age you're taking initiative to learn English. It's a very good inspiration to all the youngsters and homemaker like us. Thanks.
yeah, it's my pleasure, ma'am. But learning process is not ending.
Yes.
It is always going on. So we learn new things and we want to communicate each other. We are able to communicate. So we will make such friends like you, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. What are your hobbies, ma'am? May I know your hobbies?
Yeah. Um, I joined yoga classes. 3 months back, I've joined yoga classes. I'm doing yoga regularly.
Yeah, that's
And
great.
I like to sing, so I make myself free and I'm singing with my child. She
Yeah,
likes to sing a lot.
that's why I think you have such a melodious voice, ma'am.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Thanks.
Okay. So I will catch up you in the next session, ma'am.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. It's a great pleasure for us to meet you again.
Yes, ma'am. Take care yourself and your son also, your kid also, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I have a daughter,
A
Ayusha.
daughter. Oh, you are so lucky because I
Thank
have
you,
two
ma'am.
sons.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a
See you
nice
again.
time, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
Over to
thank you.
Arnika, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you very much, Bhagyalakshmi and Shakuntala. It was really nice to see you both having this conversation. Um, I really want to let the other participants have take this as an example. They have done fantastically. So don't be shy. Please unmute. This is a safe community. We are all learning and we'll be learning slowly, and it's okay if you do mistakes. If we do mistakes is when we know where we are going wrong and why we are going wrong. So if you don't unmute and don't speak, I will not know where you need help. So please unmute and you talk to each other. These are your classmates, we are all learning, so please don't be shy in this class. Okay, please unmute and talk. Okay. So I have more scenarios here where you can where you can take. So since now this is a new class, you met each other and things like that, so you can take these scenarios, you can write it down or you can take screenshots of them, and you can just write your answers. You can think, well, you have to speak. So if you think you are able to make or three sentences in your mind and speak fluently, practice this at home, then it will be helpful. So what you have to do is whatever we learned in the class, like giving open-ended questions, concentrating about the polite closure of the conversation, things like that. You just keep these points in your mind while you form your answers. Just make three sentence answers. And the best way to practice speaking is also if you just stand in front of the mirror and talk to yourself. That brings confidence. You know what you're talking, you know how you're talking, you see so many aspects of yourself. Maintaining eye contact, body language, all of these things play a very important role in spoken English. So you can practice this at home by standing in front of the mirror. You can do that. Okay, so if you start building ideas in your head and learn new words every day with me, then we can do all these conversations very smoothly. So if you like, you can take screenshots. I will hold on these slides for 2 minutes.